Hello. No, I didn't plan on being on here today. I got some decks, and I have to say, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm not being very impressed or taken or. I don't know. Um, they're just not doing it for me these days. Something is going on with me in tarot. So this first one, and this is, I read the reviews. They and I still don't know why I ordered it. It's this thing. This thing. Yeah. Which is crazy. Okay, the only name on here is this Han Yu Bowen. I don't know. This is AI. It has to be. The crazy thing is this is a nice box. Nice, hard, put together box. Nice. That's insane. And then I open it up and this is in there. There's like literally nothing. There's no pictures. It's just that mess. I mean, and it's not even a paper. Like, this is covered in something. So it's a nice little white book. So still is confusing. And the cards. You know, not terrible. I'm not a judge of that, really. It's whatever. And then you have the backs. Okay. Then I started looking at them. Now these are not in order because I've been looking at them and wondering what the hell I did. This is the one that's on the cover. This is the Fool. I'm just going to show you a few of these and show you what I'm talking about. Queen of Swords. Look at her face. Okay. King of Swords. Look at his face. And you have the Knight of Swords. They're all doing the same thing. They're all looking down. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Oh, and then you have the Page of Cups. Are the pages the only ones looking up? I'm curious now. And then of the wands, they're all looking the same way. They're all looking to the right. It didn't, I have to say that it has to be, because I know there's actually another Celestial Tarot, which I feel like that was probably one I meant to order, and I didn't. And then, of course, all of they're all like that. Swords, Cups, Pentacles, they're all just like that. I don't know. Maybe there's an art project or a craft project I could do with them, because, yeah, I don't want them. the minute I opened the box and saw the book, no, I don't want them. So this is a shite deck. And then I got a couple of oracles. Now these, I looked at some of the cards. I looked at them. I clicked on them and looked at them. And then when I got them and looked at them and held them, more of a disappointment than the AI deck. I don't want AI decks. I don't want them. I'll tell you that right now, and I'm not going to shy away from that opinion. Because I don't want, especially the cartoonish bullshit. I don't want that. Anyway, this next one is Feral Psychic, an Oracle of Untamed Truth. That's the, whatever you call that. I'm not one of those people. 60 cards with keywords and meanings on them. And these are the backs. And it happens to be that this one, that's using the same thing. That says Untamed Vision. What is your wildest vision? What if your wildest vision is your truest compass and everything else is just noise? Just show you a few of these. I'm not impressed. They don't do anything for me, like, at all. It's just, I don't know what it is, but none of these. And the thing was, I was specifically trying to find some decks, trying to pick up something that 9 million other people didn't have or hadn't shown 9 million freaking times. Because by the time you've seen them 9 million freaking times, I'm over it. Sorry to say that's what it does to me. I'm over it. I've seen them used 9 million times. What is the point after that? You know? And then it has the karmic stuff. There's the one off the cover. But no, I want something. And it has this little thing, the card that come with it. It's got stuff like the different pulls you can do. A daily call out, a shadow whisper reading, ego check reading, cycle breaker, power retrieval. I want stuff that fits the path that I'm on. I want something dark. I want something deep. And I want something that's going to flip and yell at me. Or disturb me. Or something, you know, give me some kind of emotion from it besides utter disgust. And yeah, you probably would come up in the comments with some that, you know, I've already seen out there and stuff. And, you know, they're fine. But I've already seen them enough around that. And this one is Dark Mirror, Laura Sava Oracle cards. This is apparently a low Scarabeo. So it's these. Now, these two, I don't even think I've looked to see if anyone's even done anything on them. I saw one person go through this like it was something, and it's not. This is one of these boxes. You know, nice little book. No pictures, which is fine. That's not a... apparently, what is dark mirror? These are going to have to come up when I'm reading. Potentially, it is the murky surface of our wounded, scarred spiritual lakes. As we live out each day in our modern society, our spiritual self is under constant pressure, often a neglected and abused child in the cold mansion of our humanity. We do our best to nurture and protect it, but we often fail, distracted by duty, treason. Why do I have that on my mind? Reason, greed, and unsurprisingly, the pull of the material world. Or it could be the screen of a mobile phone, a laptop or pad, or even a larger silent TV screen. Isn't it ironic that we give to these black devices the power to be the windows to our world? Yes. Still, even with all the faults of being human, it's a little cliche to see darkness as our only way to be real and true to ourselves. It's not that. Darkness, as light, as hope, as energy, is an ingredient to life, a part of the spiritual as much as it is part of the emotional and of the physical. Darkness is also a metaphor for many psychological processes we go through every day. It's not an unknown world, neither is an unexplored and dangerous land. It's just part of us. Oracles are a simple tool to ask a question and receive an answer. They allow us to delve deep into the darkness of who we are and why. What changes among them is what kind of questions and what kind of answers. And then, of course, it has more than one language. The first part is the English, and then you have the rest, which I know we all know. Yeah, we all know that. So then the backs are like this. And these are not, well, they are, maybe, yeah. So I had to unstick them first because like two or three of them would like, not bad, but you know, you have to pop them apart. Actually a little bit more flimsy than the AI deck, but kind of bigger cards. You see my hand. Of course, they're oracle cards. Is it a little bit better than the other two? Yeah, I guess. But it's still not what I'm looking for. Because they're literally trying to bypass dark. That's the way it sounded to me. Because what was the back saying? I think that was what made me go, eh. A spiritual mirror for those who are not yet shining in the light, but are still surrounded by darkness. Maybe I'm seeing, you know, I'm thinking of that wrong. I'm just feeling like there's no connection between me and these cards anymore. Most of the time, I avoid looking at so many walkthroughs and unboxings, and especially if it's just the same ones I've seen 9 million times, because I don't want it anymore. So, I don't know. Maybe I should draw one of these. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know what's happening, but I'm just not impressed. I mean, we can agree on the AI deck. That's... Ugh. Because you can say a million times, those have body to them. And yeah, this is a low Scarabeo, okay? And I'm not feeling it. I'm not going to feel that. I want decks like I have to figure this shit out. That's what I'm talking about. Like, what is it? One that I'm still trying to figure out. That one? Something that's got stuff in it that you got to figure the stuff out. Not just some figure standing on a card. And I just want to look down. This one's there looking over here. And ew. Downcast pride. Oh, Lord. If I can figure this out. Downcast pride. See, this has the moon phase, which is new. The stage is depression. Bending to adapt becomes an excuse for the habit of bending. It's describing the card. The eyes dark and dried blood tears, with dried blood tears. Looks downwards, the face of a dark-skinned, beautiful elf with gold laurels among her hair is stern and motionless. Roots plunge into her body from a golden collar, and the sky behind her is as gray as concrete. So I can't even tell. The root of sadness and grief is deeper than the skin. The only delusion is the gray sky. That does not look like a gray sky. I don't see gray sky. And going dark. I guess, is this the shadow of the card? Survival is a direct consequence of an adaptation. What we call adaptation is not the result of a subtle but constantly constructive change of ourselves, but rather a mockery of it, as we strip day by day of our dignity in order to avoid conflict with a world that would spread us apart. How can we endure this? Maybe through the power of responsibility or through a hidden core of identity. Sometimes we don't use the best part of us, but rather we draw from the ugliest. We survive and bend our knees because we draw out from our laziness, fear, and disgust. We let our deepest roots go dry, replaced by what can only be called a surge of lack of self-esteem. We are deluded when we think that we are only sacrificing our pride. We cling to vanity, but we can't afford dignity. Isn't it sad? Honestly, the true delusion in our faith is fall and winter, while we discard spring and summer as fairy tales. The sky can change color too. As long as we sometimes look up, we can notice. It's just a great big no for me. I'm just not. These were disappointing, to say the least, and I don't have anything good to say about them. They're just gonna, I guess, go on the shelf until whenever, because I don't want to go through the trouble of trying to return something. I looked at like returning the AI deck. And for a small town, that looked like more trouble than it was worth. So I'm not gonna. I was talking to my daughter. It's like, I don't know, maybe I can like make a craft with it or something. I don't know. But anyway. So I hate this one. Loathe entirely. I hate this one. Hate it. If I had to choose one of them that I would do anything with, it would probably be this one, but I still have problems with it. This one is just like, I'm probably not going to pick it up at all. Not even to craft with. So I do have another one coming in, like I think that's next week. And it is a more well-known one that I actually took as a suggestion from someone, and I don't remember who, and put it on my list. Yeah. But I'm kind of feeling iffy about that one too. It's just, I need decks. And I just don't think there's any depth left. Really, I don't. I think as much depth as I'm going to find is what I already have. And then just, I don't know, live vicariously through 9 million people showing the same deck and get it out of my system, because I just don't see it going anywhere else. So, just an honest look at some, yeah, I messed up with those, and now I don't feel like looking at any others at this point, at least not right now. I'll deal with the ones I have. They're not many. 99% of them are not even popular ones, and becoming less and less so with me. So that's a thing that is just happening for me right now. Don't know if I'll come out of it. Don't know if it'll get better. Don't know if it'll stay the same. I don't know. That's just the way it is right now. So until tomorrow, when we get back to traditional witchcraft, I'll see you then.